Hey, right now I'm talking to you small and medium-sized business owners out there. Just so I'm not wasting your time, I want to make sure that you know what you're getting ready to watch and make sure that it's for you. I want to do that right up front. So if you're a small to medium-sized business owner and you feel you need more leads, or you can't handle any more leads, but you want more money in your business and you don't know how to do that because you don't have any more time to take on any more clients, I totally get you, because I've been there before. I've worked with many companies that fall into this category, and most people, quite frankly, they want more leads. They're trying to get more leads for their business. They're trying to get more customers. But for those of you out there who can't handle any more business, you want it, but you need to make more money, then you're in the right place. So stick around, because I'm going to prove to you that I can find $10,000 to $50,000 in your business, and I'm going to do that right here in just a few minutes. Now, what would normally happen is you and I would be sitting down, we'd be on the phone, and I would be asking you some of these questions from this questionnaire I'm going to go over with you here in just a minute. But this will give you an idea of what I can bring to the table and prove to you. I'm going to have graphs at the end of this. I'm going to have a report that I'm going to be able to send to you, and you're going to know right up front how much I'm going to be able to get you in your business compared to your investment in working with me. So I'm Wally Carmichael. I'm a business and marketing strategist. I'm also the founder and host of the Men of Abundance podcast. I've had well over 200 conversations with amazing men and women who are business owners, authors, speakers. I mean, you name it. These are just some amazing people. I've learned so much from them. I've learned so much from my own personal experiences in business. I'm a master resiliency trainer through the Army. I'm also a Arbinger train the trainer. I just got all kinds of stuff going on over here, man. So I'm excited to share this with you, because right now you don't know who I am. And I want you to get an idea of who I am and what I can bring to the table before we sit down. Now, I'm going to start sharing with you something that I helped develop called the Profit Calculator. And while it's designed to reveal your strengths, it's also designed to reveal your weaknesses, which is cool, because that's where we're going to be able to grow the most. We're going to work on your strengths as well, but we're going to build your weaknesses and at least outsource some of that stuff so that you can start generating more revenue and more profits in your business, which is a big difference between revenue and profits. I'm sure you know that. So now here's the thing. It's natural to be discouraged and to feel discouraged if your business isn't succeeding to the level you thought it would at this point. But please ignore the temptation to make the situation look better than it is. Look, this questionnaire is designed to help me help you, not impress me or impress anybody else. Now, chances are, if one of your family members or your friends who's been razzing you all the time for starting a business, when they come up to you and they ask you, hey, how's business? Chances are you'll say, everything's great, it's wonderful. And I understand why you're doing that, because you try to save face. And you're trying to let everybody know, hey, everything's wonderful, everything's great. Listen, I'm not your friend, and I'm not one of your family members. I'm potentially your business and marketing coach, and that's the relationship we're going to have. I'll tell you right up front, I'm a retired Army medic. I retired as a master sergeant. I'm very blunt. I'm very straightforward. I love to have fun. I live in Florida for a reason, because I have an annual pass to Disney World, and we're there damn near every single weekend. I love having fun. But when it comes to this stuff, we can have fun, but I'm going to tell you like it is. So I hope you're ready for that. That's something you need to be prepared for. Now, I want you to understand this right up front. I am going to find you profits in various areas of your business, and you're going to see that profit over the course of the next year. But the great thing about this is, as we systemize your business, you will continue to see profits year after year after year. So we want to look at the profit impact for this year, but we're also going to cover the next 5 years as well, because that's where the real impact, you're going to realize the real impact of this whole process of systemizing your business with all these business techniques that I'm going to share with you here right now. Now, also, if you end up wanting to sell your business down the road, and many business owners will tell you, the guys that's been around for a long time, when you start a business, start it with the intent to sell it, because you never know what's going to happen in your life. And many people do start businesses to sell them. So you're going to want some of the stuff that I'm going to share with you right now, here in just a few minutes. You're going to want to have this stuff in place, because a business broker or somebody who potentially wants to buy your business won't even look at your business unless you have these things in place. So you're going to have that in place, not just for the opportunity to maybe sell it down the road, but because you have to know this information in order to be very successful in your business, much more so than you are right now. And I want you to see that I can add value to your business, and that value will more than pay for whatever it costs for me to help you. Does that sound fair? All right. So the thing is, what I want you to believe, what I believe, anyway, I believe that by the value that I consistently add to your business basically makes my services free. Because anything that you pay me, anything that you invest in your business towards me, as me for your coach, is going to come out of the profits that I get for your business. So let's get into it. This is what I want to show you. And let me drop this screen here. This is the marketing. This is the Profit Accelerator software, the Profit Calculator. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down and I'm just going to get the basic information from your business. And then I'll come over here to the dashboard and I'll save this. Now, one thing I want to point out here is this profile that I've set up right here is only 43% finished. Many businesses that I work with, I find $10,000 to $50,000 in their business, and I barely get to 25, maybe 30% completed. This one's 43% completed. All right, and this is the overview page. Basically, these are all of the different strategies that I can help you in your business. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I want you, basically, I don't know if you know about the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule means that 20% of what you do all day as a business owner generates 80% of your profits and of your revenue. The good news is I know the 5 steps. There's only 5 things you need to pay attention to and put 20% of your time into. And some of those 5 things some of these things here fall into those 5 things. And I'm going to have a roadmap for you when you do decide to work with me. We're going to know step by step by step. And I'm going to show you a roadmap just from this right here. So you see these areas that are all 0%. I haven't even touched on those yet. Just the ones that say 100%, meaning they're complete. So we're going to start right here with the basics, with the foundations, with financial and valuation. So the financial information, just real basic. I just put in here a business that's basically currently annual revenue is $200,000. You may be more or less. And as I'm going through this, I want you to consider your numbers and kind of think about where your numbers might fall in here so that when we do talk, you're going to already have some of that information. Because quite frankly, most businesses that business owners I sit down and have this conversation with, they don't know most of this stuff. Just consider that. And you might be in the same situation. That's okay. We're going to figure that out. So what is the company's current gross profit margin? 35%. This is low. This is too low for my comfort. It should be 45, 50%, 40, between 40 and 50%, right in that range for most businesses, most brick and mortar type businesses. Now your online businesses and whatnot, they're going to be 70, 60%. And then what is the company's current profit margin? This is how much you're making. This is how much after expenses that is profit to the business. We're saying 25%. We want to get this up to closer to 35, 40%. All right. So once I got that done, then I'll go down here to valuation. This is where I was talking about with your business now. I want you to understand that this valuation is something that it's not something you can take to the bank. So don't get super excited about this, but it is a ballpark figure of where your business ranks as far as the valuation to be sold if you ever want to sell it. Some of the things you need to know are, over the past 3 years, has the revenue in your business steadily growing, or has it gone down, or has it stayed the same? So 100%, 100 here would be stayed the same. It's steady. So I put 10, meaning that your business is growing. This business is growing at 10%. All right. And then what's the industry? The industry is growing at 20%. So I want your business to be at least growing with the industry, if not more, because this is an average. All right. And then as far as if you have any inventory or anything that you could sell, what would that figure be? I put here 100,000. Some businesses are more or less. It all depends on the industry, on the business. Do you have financials prepared by an accountant? And do you have this historical data on that? Many businesses don't. Maybe you do. So we'll put that in there. Do you have a customer account that is at least 15% of the overall revenue? This isn't necessarily a good thing, so I put no, because you don't want all of your eggs in one basket. You don't want all of your revenue from one customer, because if that customer goes away, then it could be detrimental to your business. Are a large extent of your systems and processes in place. Bottom line, what this means is, if I was to walk in your front door of your business today and you to go on a 30-day vacation, would I be able to sit down at your desk, open up a binder, and see all the suppliers, all the procedures on what to do in that business, if anything goes wrong, who to talk to, financials, all that stuff? Is it there? If not, then we're going to get it there. Are your marketing and processes documented and sales predictable? A lot of business owners that I talk to, they're not doing much marketing. And what they say is, well, it's all word of mouth. It's referrals. Referrals are great. They're awesome, and you know that. But the problem with referrals is they're not predictable. You can't count on that. And neither could somebody who wants to buy your business. So you're going to want to have a marketing system in place. We're going to take care of that. Is your business model scalable? Here's the thing. If you are the business, if you're the artist, the musician, you're the baker, and you're the designer of the cakes and all that kind of stuff, then chances are your business isn't scalable, because you are the business, and if you go away, then there's no business, right? So you got to determine if your business is scalable. And there's a large percentage of your business recurring revenues. I had a fence put in my property back here. That company is not going to come back and build another fence. Now, they did come back and do a repair, but they didn't make any money on that, because that was part of the guarantee. So if you're a chiropractor, if you make cakes, whatever the case may be, is it recurring business? Are you able to get more business? And has your business been valued? What's your business been valued at? Okay, so now we're going to get into some of the good stuff. We're going to go right into the quick start. The quick introduction, I just want to come through and I just want to get some of this basic information. Why did you start your business? I want to know what your motivation is. When did you start your business? How long has it been a business? Is it established? What role do you play? This is where a lot of business owners are playing pretty much every role. Even though they have a few employees, they're playing every role. I have news for you. You don't own a business, you own a job. We're going to help you outsource some of that stuff where needed, especially once you start earning more income and getting more revenue and more profits. You're going to be able to outsource more and more stuff, and so you can focus on the business. Tell me about your business. What is your core product? Are you a chiropractor, dentist, contractor, massage therapist, yoga instructor, whatever it is? What are your 3 biggest challenges that you face? Most say getting clients, but some say not enough time in the day for more clients, meaning they don't have enough time in the day to work harder, put in any more hours towards more clients. They need more money. And I have the business strategies to help you get more revenue and more profits in your business without taking on any more clients. What does it cost most people don't have no idea what it costs to obtain a client, even if they are marketing. What's the lifetime value of a client? Anywhere from one time, like my fence, or 9 months, or 12 months, or life. Probably not a lifetime, but most generally is about 9 months to about 18 months, something like that. Now, what do you see is your easiest and fastest path to growth? Most say more clients, and then others just, I don't know. I have no idea. That's why I'm talking to you. That's why they're talking to me. All right, and then what's the goal? What do you want to do in the next 12 months? I'm going to help you 10x your income, and then some. All right, so let's go back up here and go to, we're only going to do about 2 or 3 of these strategies because that's all we have time for. I just want to give you an idea of what I do and what I bring to the table when you and I sit down and talk together. So the market dominating position, most don't have this. Most want to go out and do marketing. They want to set up a marketing campaign. They don't even know what their marketing dominating position is, or the unique selling point. The USP is a unique selling point, right? So for instance, McDonald's has a drive-thru so that parents don't have to get out of the car. So on and so forth. We're going to help you. That's one of the first things we're going to do, is figure out what your unique selling point is, your market dominating position, because that's going to drive everything else that we do from that point on. So the question here is, if you can create a market dominating position that addresses both the problems of your clients and the results that you provide better than, or in a more unique way than, and adding more value than your competitor down the street, by what % would that impact your business? Now, when I bring this up with most business owners, they're like, oh my God, Wally, that would be like, goodness, 50, 60%, maybe even 70%. And I say, no, you're probably right. But remember what I said at the beginning. I like to keep my numbers very conservative, and there's a reason for that. So we'll put 10 down here, and then we'll just go back up to the top. We'll hit go to strategy. Same thing with strategy. I've got all these business strategies. If you could choose 3 to 5 strategic objectives that I'm going to share with you when we start coaching together, and I have a platform with much of the marketing already done, set up for many different industries that I'm going to be able to help you with. Basically, if you could consistently utilize those every time you initiate a marketing tactic, how would that impact your business? This is very high. This is really high. Not 15%, but normally this would easily impact your business 50 to 70%. But we're going to stay conservative and go 15%. So what I would do is I would continue going through some of these other procedures down here. I'm going to go to the last one, cut cost, because this is one of my favorites. Most businesses that's been in business for 3 to 5 years or more, they never go back and look at their expenses. They just keep it going, but they can't figure out why they're not making money. We go back and basically cut the fat. And we look at your financials, suppliers, all this stuff, insurance, and so many things that you're just spending too much money on that you can, because you just wanted to get started. And this is tax-free money in your pocket because these are expenses that you can cut. So after we go through a few of these, and again, normally we would sit down for about 45 minutes to go through a few of these, and like maybe 4 or 5 of these different strategies we could go through. And because I'll have to explain some of them to you and kind of get a very good decision from you on what the percentage would be. And then I'll be able to give you a report. But we can come back to this over the next couple months. Over the course of a year, we're going to come back and we're going to hit on pretty much every one of these strategies, and we're going to implement them as we go. But some of these ones that I touched on here that I'll go back over here to the dashboard, some of these ones that I brought up here are some of the more common ones that I work with business owners. So let's look at this. Let's look at, we got all this down here. We got the numbers down here. The current revenue of the business when we first started talking was $200,000. Profit margin was 25%. Net profit for this business is about $50,000. Net profit. $50,000 isn't too much. This business isn't doing really great. So expected increase in revenue, $412,000. The gross profit margin was 35% when we started. Increased in profit by dollars, $144,000. We increased the business from $50,000 to basically $174,000 that we increased total, but increased 144. And increase in profits and percentage, 288% increase just by doing these 9 strategies and keeping it very conservative numbers. I'm not inflating this at all. Here's the priorities. Here's what happens as we do these ones, go back to all these 9 that we went ahead and evaluated, and we do a cost. Basically, we're looking at between a 1 and a 5 on how much would it cost to do this. It would cost nothing to figure out what your market dominating position is. So I put a 1. It'd take no time. We could get that done in a couple days. Like this one here, it would take a little bit more time to gain trust and educate your potential customers. So we go down here, and what I did was, these were all in different orders. When I hit sort by priority, look what happens. We come down here and we know exactly where we have to start. We have to start with your offer. And the next highest is your unique selling point. Bam, we go right into that. Then you look at the next one. We go back, look at your charts. This is super exciting. Watch this. Check this out. I'm going to go, all these charts are basically where you were and where you're going to be in a year to 5 years. This is the 1 year coaching consulting. This is one of my favorite ones to show you, because this is the profit, this is the valuation, this is the revenue, and it started here, 50,000, went to here, 194,000. All right, that was in 12 months. And then here, revenue was 200,000, took the revenue to 612,000, and remember the profit 194,000. And I want to show you something. You ready for this? This is your investment if you were to work with me. $12,000. That looks like a big ticket, but that's over the course of 12 months, $997 a month. And of course, I know you're sticker shock. I work with you on this. This is where we work and figure this out. But I want you to understand, if you were to pay me $12,000 up front or over the course of a year, look at the fraction. And remember, this basically I'm free, because look at what I took you from 50,000 to 194,000 and over the course of 12 months. It's a no-brainer, right? So, and I continue going through these charts here. Your return on investment, right? 12,000. Your return on investment, 24,000. It's just, the cost of coaching, and then guaranteed profit increase. Basically, I'm giving you money so that you can pay me. That's what I'm doing. All right, and we'll go one more. This is basically a real quick view report, and this is basically the report that I just showed you just a few minutes ago. All right, so here's what I want to do with you. All I want to do with you at this point is just set an appointment. So if you contact me at info@apmasterycoach.com, or go check out, if you still want more information, go to apmasterycoach.com. AP, that's for abundance and prosperity, but it's too long, so I put apmasterycoach.com/my guided tour. That's going to take you to my site, or even apmasterycoach.com will take you to my site. But /my guided tour is going to take you to a quick tour of the e-learning process, the e-learning program and platform. And you're going to be able to get more information about me and what I can do. But if you and I could sit down and go over something like this for your business and plug in your numbers, wouldn't that be exciting if in the next 12 months you could increase your revenue that much? 144,000. And again, conservative. We're going to stay conservative with your business, just like I did with this example right here. So contact me, info@apmasterycoach.com, and let's set up a meeting, a 45-minute meeting, so that we can have an initial conversation and see what I can do for you in your business. I look forward to talking with you real soon.